everyone.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
You guys seem so excited to be
We're
here.
back again.
We're back. I'd rather be where we were at last week.
I kind of wish I was at home sleeping.
You weren't digging ditches today.
What?
You weren't digging ditches today.
No, I was in an 8-hour meeting in one room for 8 hours.
That sounds even better.
Cam got a taste of the trades today.
That's right. That's right.
he just realized he really likes his job.
Yeah. No. Well, until they close the river on us, so now I can't even go do my job. Yeah, you know.
Now you can dig ditches.
I like to
I can
hire
find-
people
I
to
can
do that
find
kind
it.
of stuff.
You like to what?
I like to hire people to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was more like I wanted to get it done so that I can go do my other stuff the next few days. Because, yeah, when your main line's leaking, it's kind of an issue.
You found it. How long do you think it's been leaking for?
Don't know.
You're a better man than me. I would have
Check your
hired
water
it out.
I did hire it out, but like I wouldn't
have dug it.
Okay.
I would have called a 16-year-old kid and been like, come over and dig this
fair
hole
enough.
for me.
Whatever. I should have done it. You're
Layden
smarter than
definitely
me.
knew how to do it.
Yeah,
That's
Layden-
right.
Layden
That's
did
right. Layden would know how to do it for sure. That is for sure. What's up, everybody? 1-800-PJugs. Sure. Guys watching the latest episode, I see.
Oh, yeah, the flavor spray.
The dill flavored spray, lemon.
That was pretty funny.
Lemon White Claw spray for Jordan.
That was pretty funny.
We gotta do a
Do
little
some more
more of that.
parodies.
Yeah.
Then did.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
did a rinse spray because me and Cam argue about rinsing and spraying our fish. So we're coming out with our own spray that it infuses the fish with flavor.
You hook it up to your wash down and it's on
Fresh
flavor packets and
fish
everything. It's great.
flavor.
It's a good idea though if you really think about it.
It's a meat
Yeah.
fertilizer.
Maybe if it was more like a filter that you hook up to your wash down so it filters out the freaking shit marina water that you're spraying on your fish.
Oh, that's true. It's true. Could do that. Could do that.
I only do it when it's clean water. Meanwhile, you're freaking doing it at the back of a trailer park where dudes are literally like probably pooping in that water. And
I
you're
always,
freaking.
no, the ramp is upstream of that, bud.
I don't know.
But let's like be naive to not think that the knife going through the outside of the fish isn't drawing whatever that fish was swimming in right through the meat. But let's be naive about that.
Like,
Whatever.
I typically
I'll
use
let
a
you
clean
be
knife, you know
blissfully
what I'm saying?
ignorant.
It's all sterilized in the end.
Yeah.
You know, it's all no shoot. Don't be eating that sushi.
Yeah, at least freeze it.
Anyways, let us know where you guys are tuning in from. We got a lot to talk about tonight. We've got we've got Nelson Jdla from Stevens Marine to talk a little boat etiquette safety. We've also got some special guests that are on the phone. We're going to get with them here in just a few minutes. Be sure to like, share, do all that stuff. Apologize, guys. We were gone last week. We were hanging out, catching some big old butts.
Big butts.
Big butts. Big butts. We were headed
PB
up.
butts.
What's that?
PB butts.
PB butts,
Yes.
little butts, big butts, all about the butts.
Big butts.
Killed butts. That's right. But we were gone last week. Shot a really cool video. Hoping that you guys will enjoy it. No idea when it's going to come out. Maybe July. Maybe December.
Hopefully soon.
Soonish. Yeah, we'll
Sean's
see.
gonna have a lot of time on his
Awesome.
hands here coming up.
We'll see. Sean's going to have a lot of time on his hands. What's he doing?
Not going to Alaska again.
Oh, that's right.
We're sending Alex to Alaska.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Alex is going. Yeah.
Guys, we got some prize pack giveaways we're going to start with. If you guys want an opportunity to win here, we got a short bus flasher and a Hoochie spinner rig from Short Bus.
Yes,
Like
sir.
the video. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Drop comments. The more you guys comment, the better chance you have of getting selected by the randomizer.
The randomizer,
Which is-
i.e. Clint. So everybody who asked Clint if you want to get selected, and the only way you get selected is if you guys comment below.
And Facebook's been pretty weak, guys. We don't know what's going on with Facebook. So if you're on Facebook watching this feed, share it out there. Go spam every fishing group with the Addicted Fishing live feed right now.
Do it. Don't be a chicken. Come on.
Don't go spam all the fishing groups.
Leak the summer drop. I don't think that's going to happen today.
I don't
But
have anything to
I was
leak
going
right
to say,
now.
we got it. Well, there's some things downstairs, but we're not leaking any of it.
Summer
Not
drop's
leaking
coming,
it.
folks.
Summer drop is coming. Grand
July
Rapids,
9th.
Michigan. Silver Creek, Washington. Let's see here. Does Stevens Marine work on outboard motors? Yes, they do, Todd.
As long as they're
they do.
Mercury.
Mercury outboard motors.
Marlon, did you get a turkey?
I
Did
did
you shoot a
not.
turkey?
I did
No
not shoot a
turkey.
turkey.
No turkeys.
I let him down.
No,
No
turkey.
turtles.
Let me down.
Let him down.
We just
I
got-
guided him right to the turkeys
He
and he
only,
couldn't
gave me
call
about,
it
he
for
only
me.
gave me about 3 hours though, but you know, that's the way it goes.
Yeah, we should have went more days, that's for sure.
What's up with the closure? Yeah, for those of you guys that were planning on fishing the Columbia River either tomorrow, Friday, or this weekend, well, your plans have now officially changed. So they had a meeting today, and due to not necessarily over harvest, but due to catch rates that were above what the new downgraded run sizes, there can be no more take, and that also includes no steelhead fishing too until we start the summer snook seasons on June 16th.
But you can shad fish.
You can shad fish. I did see that was closed for salmon and steelhead. So that
You
sucks, but it
can
is what it
shad
is.
fish, if you know what I mean, boys.
Shad fish. Shad fish with
Yeah.
coonies.
With Dick
I've
Knights.
caught 'em.
Dick Knights.
Yeah. No, guys, the reason why we can't even have a steelhead fishery is because once it's kind of the same thing like happened last fall, is to even have catch and release opportunities at salmon, you have to have impacts to give, and because the downgrade kind of pushed it underneath the level of what was caught up above Bonneville Dam and below, unfortunately they had to close it down for the remainder of the spring. I guess a big batch of fish could show up and maybe they'd pop another meeting, but no other meetings are scheduled at this time until we start with the June 16th summer Chinook season, where sockeye will open and Chinook and steelhead again. So we'll all be waiting, I guess, for June 16th for Lower Columbia. But
Is the water going to be pretty high, you think, June 16th?
dude, the water's been coming down pretty steadily. I haven't looked the last few days. I was just doing bass fishing this weekend, so I know I would have to think we've had high temperatures, lowland snow. What's it looking like up there?
I was way up in the mountains the last couple of days, up around 4,000 feet, and there's nothing left.
So what?
Yeah, and the
'cause, I mean,
mountains
it
are starting to
freaking-
get a little naked. I know out in Idaho, Montana, all that country out there where a lot of the Columbia water gets jacked up from when we get that heat over east.
Mhm.
I've seen a lot of like rafting videos and different stuff from out there the last few weeks, and it's raging out there, but it's only going to last so long.
Yeah.
I know we had a really good snowpack, but when it's hot like this, we don't have January like we had last year.
January.
It goes quick, and it's kind of freaking me out. I'm kind of praying for some weather here. Our tribs are already down to where they should probably be at the end of June,
Mhm.
and there's not really a whole lot of rain or colder weather in sight coming. So
Nothing forecasted. More heat actually this weekend.
yeah. So I think, I'm guessing that pretty quickly you're going to see, like you said, that steady drop
Yeah.
on the Columbia, and we'll turn right back into a trolling game.
Well, it's funny because I was thinking about like switching over all my. I was supposed to do trips on Friday, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just switch over and get all my plug rods out. And it's like, well, now that it's closed, I might as well just wait because 2 weeks from now it could be a whole different river.
Yeah.
So now it's just might as well sit on our hands. There is still really good opportunity, guys, for spring Chinook, up and down the coast, Oregon coast, and up in some of these tributaries in the Columbia as well. Willamette, just saying it because that's where everyone's probably headed. But the reality is there's still some good fishing out there, and if you're a shad guy, well, the river's yours. There you go.
Pick
Or if
your
you're a bass
spot.
guy, the river's yours. The river's always yours if you're a bass guy. Yeah.
Some of
Guess I'm
these
gonna
trips
go-
might get good, dude. The fish aren't getting intercepted anymore.
Yeah, June 16th might be pretty decent out there. One guy just said, guess I'm going to focus on ocean bottom fishing. Yeah, Michael, that's exactly where I plan on heading bunch next week. Weather pending, of course, but it's time of year. That gets pretty tasty too, even though we just got done doing a whole bunch of it.
Yeah.
Freezer's full.
Yeah.
Freezer's full.
Good way to make friends.
Good way to make friends.
Everybody likes bottom fishing.
Everybody likes bottom fishing. That's right. So, yes, sir. Let's see here. Other than that, I don't think we got any too crazy announcements. What else is going on in the fishing world then? You been out? Anybody out?
We have been on the run. Doing a lot of ocean. I mean, funny subject that we bring it up, but
Mhm.
a lot of ocean fishing lately, more than I've ever done in the spring, which has been great. It's kind of it's a nice spin-off, and I'm really kind of starting to gear up for some of the local trout fisheries in Washington. On Saturday, most all the high lakes, check your regulations in your area, but pretty much all the high lakes and lakes east of the Cascades all have opened up now, which I get pretty excited for this time of year, especially after a tough or a long springer season when you're going out every day looking for that 1 or 2 fish limit, to be able to go out and have some peace and quiet on the lake or on a creek way out in the middle of nowhere and catch a bunch of fish. Sounds pretty nice from time to time. So, and it's a great way with the nice weather to get everybody out. So if you guys are are excited for that, go check out some of the stuff on the YouTube channel. Learn some tips and tricks. We have quite a few little tutorials that we've been doing lately to give you some little extra edge as you go out there and start venturing out into those trout lakes. That's what I'm doing tomorrow.
I mean, everything. Well, I shouldn't say everything, but everything. I mean, isn't the last, like the Monday or whatever after Memorial Day, like the last
Saturday.
opener, or last Saturday?
Yeah.
So like now, I mean, shoot, if it's got trout in it, it's probably open. It's got a season on
And
it.
fairly unfished.
And fairly oh, that's right. Yeah, they have been harassed for the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Well, like I said, all your guys' plans has changed on the Columbia River, so there you go. There you go.
I see someone mentioned walleye. Walleye's
Oh, walleye's
good time for that too.
cracking.
Yeah, yeah. So every time I feel like there's a closure like this, it's like, oh, you go try somewhere new for salmon, you learn some new areas, or you know, you do something a little bit different like that. Trout, walleye, kokanee. I mean, there's always something to fish for. Last few years when there's been closures, it's been like, you know, Lower Columbia gets closed. Then I go learn someplace new where I wouldn't have fished before, and it's epic fishing. You know, it's just like you got to branch out a little bit, and that sometimes sucks.
Find your bright side.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's always like recently
ignore
it's
a
still
lot
some
of
big
fisheries
branch.
around here.
Yeah. There's a lot of ignored or underappreciated fisheries, I think. So it forces you to check those things out.
I know next week we got a shrimping date.
Oh, good.
Shrimping seasons are going on, Puget Sound. I've never gone.
You never done? Yeah.
I'm going next week.
Yeah.
Should we see how
Going with somebody that has
go?
polar
Oh yeah, I'm not.
travel.
Yeah.
600 feet.
yeah. I'm not gearing up for that. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
go to do it. Yeah, it's gonna be really fun, and I like eating them.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures of the bags full of shrimp, and it's all those things. It's like, it's a little bit of a drive, but I'm sure it's lots of fun. Everybody that does it.
Now we got a good reason to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good reason to
Those
go.
are so, like, I'll go every time just to eat them.
Yeah.
Well, are you going next week?
Those things are so amazing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, Marlon's going too. Sweet.
Those two?
Yeah. I don't know who's going. I just know I'm going.
Send me a picture of a whole bunch.
Oh yeah, it's smash. 100% success rate.
He said, I need more bulk of all bags.
I can bring him some. I'll bring him some that day. I'll bring him a couple extra bags. Know what I mean? I don't know what this means.
2 minutes till special guest.
Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. Well, you guys, we got 2 more minutes here to bring before we bring in our special guest. But I'm thinking for the guys that have been commenting and have been paying attention, we're going to select the first prize pack winner just to give the people that have been playing. But if you guys want to play for the next round, we've got more giveaways after we talk with our special guests that are coming into this week. I can't remember which package you had, Marlon. Oh, well, here you go. Here is a Enforcer spinner and a chrome dipped Short Bus 360 flasher. Always a classic. I don't know, probably caught, I don't know, all my springers this year on it. So anyways, randomizer, go. Chad Jackson, my 12-year-old son just got his first springer due to your guys' tips and awesome. We love, yeah. Awesome, Chad. Well, congrats, dude. Guess what? He might be able to catch a springer on this bad boy too. You just won this prize pack. Be sure to email orders at addicted.fishing. Tell us that you won the chrome dipped and the Enforcer spinner. I'm going to put it right here aside for you guys. And anyways, sorry. And we'll send this to you guys.
Squirrel.
Cool. Squirrel. Oh, I thought it was bad. I thought bad things were happening. Jordan, have you had any of that fish yet? Have you eaten any of that halibut?
Yeah, instantly. Thawed some out as soon as we got home. And trying to kind of eat down what we got, the last couple weeks before we went up.
Oh, that's right. You've been stacking.
Yeah, so I kind of switched
sorry,
everything around. I restacked the freezer so I could, but I did make that octopus last night.
I'm sure it's actually great.
You would have loved it.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. And it'll be in the Stay Fishy that comes out tomorrow, you guys. But I get to boil them. I think freezing it first was the key, because the one that we got in the bay in the last Stay Fishy episode, it was a little bit tough, and I don't think we cooked it quite long enough. But like Joel said, freezing it, the old timer said freezing it will tenderize it a little bit.
Did you pound it with a hammer?
No.
Oh.
I mean, you could have ripped it apart with your hands because you boil it for about 45 minutes to get skin and everything off. And I could have ripped it apart right there, but I did a Korean barbecue sauce and cooked it over the fire, over some alder. Got it nice and crispy. Oh, it was unreal. It tastes exactly like bacon. It's odd. It tastes
if
like
you make
bacon.
if you make anything taste like bacon, I'll eat it.
Like bacon. So we'll definitely.
Great. There goes the octopus run.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
octopus
the
are going to be
octopus,
whacked now.
He even said I would like it.
It was phenomenal. I mean,
Well, if you think about it too, like if you freeze, like you go to smoke fish, like if you freeze it first and then brine it, it like takes the brine way
Better.
way easier. So there's got to be something like expanding everything and
Breaks it down.
doing it all. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
No,
cool.
real happy with that keep. That's for sure.
Yes, we caught somehow we got possession of an octopus when we were up there. Did we catch it? I don't know.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Oh man! All right, guys. I purchased a Clack Craft. Glad I purchased. Those boats are sweet. Congrats, Wilson. I try to watch as much content while I'm at work. Ryder, you should probably be doing work. No, I'm kidding. Watch the content.
Yep.
Do what everybody else does these days. Yep. I did, Marlon. Yes to notifications. Yes to YouTube. Hey guys. Oh, you're answering. Anybody get any Facebook notifications that we were live? That's I think what we were trying to ask. No early notification, just as it went live. Yeah. We'll have to figure that out. So, all right, guys. I think we're gonna bring our special guest, because if you guys are watching the videos, and you guys can see we've got Stevens Marine here, but we also have a couple guests from Fish Fighter tuning in tonight because they've got some new products I believe they want to launch and some other interesting things to talk about. So why don't we bring them in? Clint, what is this?
Whoa.
Holy!
Whoa.
Ooh.
What the?
Ooh,
Nice.
extreme.
Now that's a
cam.
set.
Yeah.
I wish I could hear him, but that's a set.
Now that's a studio. Right?
That's a. Hold on, Chuck. We cannot hear you. Half second.
Now? Hello, hello.
There you go. Clint had something.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you see me
Look
now?
at this, guys.
Wow.
He's upstaging us.
Yeah. He's
Yep.
outdone it.
Yeah, our new half boat. This is our new half a boat
Oh,
for
I see
display.
that.
there.
Yeah.
We can't
That is
turn it
awesome.
around, but when we will, it looks like a boat on the other side. Kinda. You have to kind of like take a journey with me, but it's a half a boat.
You gotta get into a little bit.
Use your
Yeah,
imagination.
just imagine.
Oh, there.
Right. Imagine you're standing right here and ripping lips, right? So,
Tall
anyways,
sides,
we're
that's
quite
right,
proud
tall
of it.
sides.
You would think they could spring for a better set of headphones, but this is what I get. You work with what you got.
Really, that new boat setup is really cool, Chuck.
Yeah, we're really proud of it because we can really showcase what's going on. It's hard, and we're excited to show some new stuff. But I got to introduce Alex Rodriguez. He's the guy that answers the phone all the time, and he has no way of hearing you, so you have to relay through me to him.
Okay.
We spent all our money on the boat.
Well, what's new, Chuck? Nice to meet Alex there, but let's go.
Yeah, so one of the things we're really excited about is our tackle tenders. We've revised them. So this is really cool stuff. What we did is we made them fully adjustable now. So some people, when you set your rod here, and we forgot the fishing rod, your eyelet sometimes hits. Does that make sense to everybody? Are you with me?
Yes.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
with you.
I want to make sure you're with me. So the eyelet hits. So we made it adjustable now so you can move it down. Here's the 3 different heights that it's adjustable. And I'll get a little closer and show you how we do that. So this is our normal tackle tender. I'm trying to get it so that you can see it. And what we did is we put this series of holes in the back. And this is the bracket that bolts onto our quick mount, and you can adjust it up and down. So now you have lots of choices on how the tackle tender fits compared to your gunnel height. If you can see it, we have 3 different height settings, so we're very proud of that.
That's really
I'm gonna
nice
take-
too, because depending on the height of your sides of your boat, everyone's going to have a little bit of a different, everyone's using different rods, of course. Everyone's going to be using different heights. So that's really, really important.
And another big feature we did is we added this bend in the aluminum. So what happens is when you're fishing, a lot of times people are leaning up against this and they're bending it and it flexes. So we went to thicker aluminum and we put a bend in it here so this doesn't move anymore.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
we're really excited to introduce that. Another neat thing is, Alex, you want to tell them about, it's not so much new, but I don't think people know about it, and that's our gunnel divider.
Yeah, our gunnel divider. Can't hear him.
Yeah, we can't hear Alex at all, Chuck. So
Okay.
it must be.
They can't hear you.
Yep.
Well, just move to me then. Look, so this
See you
is
later,
our,
Bye, Alex.
Thanks for participating.
Okay, anyways, this little divider right here is it's actually a gunnel stop that we designed. And you
I
can
need
put it
that.
right here in
I
your
freaking need
gunnels.
that.
Do you see what's happening? So now when you can put this stop in and things don't slide down the gunnel back and forth. So I use the heck out of these on my boat. I'm not getting much of a response. Like, can you guys say awesome or yay? Like, I mean, I feel like Rodney Dangerfield over here. Tough crowd.
Tough.
Well, for the guys, no. Well, so like Marlon's like, I need the heck out because I already know why it slides, but I put.
Yeah, you must not have heard me say, like, as soon as you pulled that out, I was like, I need that thing. I need it.
Yeah, it keeps stuff from moving around. But wait, there's more.
There's more.
First time. This hasn't even been put on our website.
Ooh,
I'm so
exclusive.
proud of these. Boom.
Addicted exclusive.
Yep. Rope cleats with grab handle functions.
Those are sick.
So you bolt these on your boat. Let me move to the back of the boat. So if you're docking or you just need to grab your boat, you can just reach your hand and grab the handle. And it's big so you can wrap a rope around it and use it as a rope tie-off cleat. And we also put these little bull horns on the end of it to help retain the rope on it. We offer them we're going to offer them in, here, let me get an aluminum one up here. Maybe you can see it a little better.
Those are sweet. This is what I always say about fish fighters. You guys think of everything.
Yeah, and you can mount them on your boat. Like my jet boat, I've mounted mine, a few of them this way. Well, or right-handed. And use it as a grab handle this way, but also like when I sturgeon fish, a lot of times we're in heavy current and we tie to the bank and the boats wash down the river. I can tie an upper rope on and pull my boat back centered and hold straight in the current. But we're really proud of these and actually worked with Eric Stevens at Stevens Marine in designing the height and the shape, and very excited to bring these to the market. They're available in weld-on and bolt-on.
Those are badass.
I've seen them in real life. High quality,
Thank you.
billet. They look nice.
Yeah, they're all billet aluminum. This is legit. And then we've showed you 𝗛𝗘𝗟𝗣 in its prototype state. You guys laugh, but we've discovered quite a few things. Alex, come here. So the other day, you guys laugh. So the other day we're sturgeon fishing. Alex is going to the bathroom. We're doing a little prototyping. And what happened? Fish on. I was able to keep him reeling.
I love the zoom in.
And there was nothing awkward. There was no awkward moment on the boat. There was none of that. And we were able to get it all done. Okay, now put the rod down. Take back over. Right. Yeah. Okay. Then see. Then you dip it. But in all seriousness, well, that was pretty serious. At the moment, had you been there, it was serious. But we put extra weight in the bottom of this so that when you're getting done going to the bathroom on the boat, you can set it down, zip your pants up, then reach down and lean over the side of the boat and dump it. And you can scoop water and rinse it. Everybody laughs, but we also shaped it so that it fits in the gunnel on most of the aluminum weld boats and the Willie boats, and it sets in there perfect.
You also
And-
made it. The other thing that you guys did that I love is you guys made sure that hole is plenty big enough for all different shapes and sizes.
Absolutely. And here's what I was talking to Marlin about coming out with a fur liner option for winter
Yep.
use.
Yep.
But we don't know if we should use green fur or brown fur. So
I think
that's something we may
should do
need
it
to
neon green fur so it matches. We'll have an addicted edition with neon green fur.
Right. But we have 1,000 of these in stock, and they retail for $20, $19.99. So, and the people that have them really like them. We did do a lot of thinking about this because when you use a bucket with a bale and you go to pour it out, it's almost always a two-handed deal. And then you go to scoop it in the water and it flips and flings stuff on you. And I don't know. This is a personal passion of mine. And
Well, we could tell from that rehearsed skit there. I mean, it was spot on.
It was a passion project.
that's not rehearsal. That's how we roll here. When you're fishing with me and Marlon, you said you guys are going to come down and fish with me here in the next few weeks, months,
Yep.
sometime.
We're gonna put something together.
Put something together, and I want to take you out. And then this won't be so funny to you when you're fishing in the big water up there, and you just got to make a choice. But if you read the back of this, we're very proud of it. I don't think I can get quite an extreme close up. Yeah, you can't quite read it, but I'm going to read the bottom line to you. Multiple uses. The 𝗛𝗘𝗟𝗣 boat pea jug is perfect for other uses, such as bailing water. You didn't think about that. And mixing drinks that don't need shaken, but stirred. There they are laughing again. These guys, you wait till you
Good
fish
reason to
with
buy two.
Yeah.
You want to know what the funnest thing about
Make sure your
it is?
label. Make sure your label.
So I have this sitting on my office desk, and my friends will show up, and they go, "What's that?" And I go, "It's a pea jug." And every one of them goes,
Of course.
Why? Why would you do that?
What is it with men?
What's
They
going
have
on in
to,
Sweet
like-
Home, Idaho?
Yeah.
And I swear to God, you should get it and just set it on your desk or somewhere and just watch people. And what's that? A pea jug. And the first thing they'll do is go, So, anyways, pretty cool. Passion
Also,
project.
before you talk
Passion
about anything
project.
else, Chuck, if any of you guys are watching and you guys want to buy stuff from Fish Fighter, there is a discount code in the YouTube description of this video. A discount code in the YouTube description of the video. If you guys want to purchase anything from Fish Fighter, check out the YouTube description for a code.
Yeah. And this is about selling stuff? No, this is all about just having fun. But, Alex, quit texting. Come here. He's off screen. All right. I just wanted to do my closing shot, talking a little bit about our sinker tray organizers, because I don't know if everybody still knows that. Can you hold that, Alex? Thank you. And what we did new is when you buy, stay right there. You can buy our Relentless trays in different widths. Here we have an angled one. Turn it towards the edge. So this is a square one. Here's an angled one. But you can buy these dividers. So when you're wading or fishing, when you go to put your weights up, you can just go right along until you find the hole that it drops in. And it makes things very fast and quick and easy to really put things back where they belong. So that's just how I
Especially
plan
when you
on
have
closing.
a lot of times you have anglers on your boat that aren't very experienced. So for me, it's convenient. For sure.
What size span is that, Chuck? Is that 12 to 20, like 12, 14, 16, 18, 20?
I think we start at a half an ounce and go to 20 ounce.
18s and 14s in there?
You guys are complicating my life.
Well,
I
that's the
think
damn
we do.
problem with 18s and 14s, I tell you.
Right. But we are working on 19 and 3/4 and 17 and 15 36.
Yeah, I have a serious question.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I just froze.
Oh, you're back. Well, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Oh.
Imagine me dancing.
Oh, the new set
Changing a
broke.
battery.
Clint broke Chuck's set.
I was gonna say that's not us, is it?
Clint broke Chuck's
No,
set, you guys.
We're going to be back in just a second.
We can still hear
We're
you,
back.
Chuck. Oh,
We're
we're back.
We're back. We're back. All right, and that's it. And then the other thing I wanted to say is we are working on a new sonar mount. We have a few refinements to do. So I just want to put it out there. If anybody's having any issues with our sonar mount, call Alex. He's the problem solver, and we want to take care of you. It's very important to us. We can't fix what we don't know is broke. So if you do have any issues, please reach out to me and let me know. Ta-da!
Awesome.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well, thanks again, Chuck, for coming in. We appreciate you joining us tonight and showing some new products. I can't wait to get out there and fish with you, man.
Yes, sir.
Addicted 10. We need the sales. We got to pay for all this crap. I mean, all this stuff. All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Yeah, appreciate it, Chuck.
Did you do that or did Chuck do that?
I was gonna
I
say,
figured as
I was
such.
like,
I figured.
Signing off.
Signing off. Meow, meow, meow.
I like that new
That's a nice
tackle
setup.
tender, the raised thing. And what I like about fish fighters, they're super responsive to that stuff. Like a few days ago, I saw pictures of people, and I'm sure they were already working on it, but I saw people post a few days ago, like, hey, my tackle tender, my rod grip is right in the wrong spot,
Mhm.
But I'm sure maybe they didn't adapt it in the last 2 or 3 days, but they certainly hear what fishermen are saying, and they make products that work. And if they don't work quite right, like
Right, they do it everything in house, and they have a full production crew, engineering, CNC. They have everything like,
Right
to
there in
do
Idaho,
it to
too,
right there in
USA
Idaho.
made.
So like when we've ever had something that we wanted to see come to fruition, they'll do it.
They don't have to bounce it off to another fab shop, and
No.
they just fix
Just
it. And he mentioned
in there.
the cleats that he'd been working on. He brought us a prototype and showed it to us and asked what we thought. And but lots of products that they had, a few things that we've been like, hey, we'd like to see this, and they make products for us even directly that we need to have. So
But I was dead serious about the 14 and 18 ounces because that's the biggest.
those are like
That's a pain in
Everyone's
the butt.
using,
those are
everyone's
like
using
top
them now.
secret though.
No, I can get them anywhere. But the reality is, those like they are so close. I have to like line
You
them up.
can't. Let me just correct you. You
can't
cannot
get
get
them
them anywhere.
You have to have a
It's
special
hard to
source.
find 18s.
And,
You
and
know
14s.
where to get them.
At a major retail store in Longview sells them.
That might be one of the
There you
only
go.
places
Oh, well,
that does.
it's the only place I
Some
go.
of these people,
Exactly.
some of these people have never even heard of it.
But it is a pain, and people like, 2 ounces makes a difference.
I use 18 and a halves.
Well, that's why he's going to do
There's
19 and
18,
3/4. He can really fine tune this stuff, I guess.
Seriously though, guys, check out Fish Fighter if you have boats
Awesome,
or you're going to
awesome.
build boats. I know, especially if you go with Stevens Marine, they are going to pretty much outfit you, or they're going to talk you into getting Fish Fighter stuff on your boat for sure.
Absolutely, we got it all there, and I think the products talk themselves into your boat. Like if you go into someone else's boat,
Fillet table, the sliding
all that
mounts,
stuff.
all the stuff that you guys really didn't see on there. I saw somebody asking about the fillet tables, like the raised. Just all of it is.
And it all works together as a system. That's what I love about it too.
Yep.
It's so practical too.
Does anybody make a cleaning station for a drift boat? I'm sure they can figure something out, Ben. So again, going to Fish Fighter and saying, "Hey, I want to do this. I want a table this probably size, this mounted this way." Give it to them.
Yeah.
See if they can do it. I'm sure they can.
I saw a comment earlier about Fish Fighter products on a variety of boats, like older boats or older aluminum boats, and they have their whole rail system, so you really can put it on anything. Also, not just newer sleds or newer aluminum boats. They make rail adapters for like stainless tube rails that would be on a fiberglass boat. So lots of options from them.
Sweet.
I love those little features that they added to that tackle tray too.
Yes.
Especially for the different styles of fishing. There's a lot of guys that have these that are strictly trout fishermen or sturgeon fish or ocean fishermen. Like we even saw it up there this weekend in Alaska, being able to have that tray to fit those big halibut rods or whatever, and then that little bendy deal on the back end. I know it'll be really nice for trolling, especially with the 360s, because a lot of times people were making spacer, just that little thing that they engineered to make it that much better, a product that was already really good. So
This is a good question right here, Nelson. I know you guys. So you guys are a massive Mercury motor dealer. Do you ship motors? If people want to buy it and ship it,
The shipping's a little bit tricky because we have protected mercury territories, but you could arrange to have somebody pick something up, or maybe even a freight company pick something up for you. But like I can't prepare a shipment and send it to Alaska, but a lot of our engines certainly end up in Alaska.
Basically, what he's saying, Joe, is there's a lot of loopholes. So just give Stevens Marine a call, and we'll figure out a loophole for you.
They can't advertise it, but
And we do have
big win.
Jet motors are still a little tricky, but we are also outboard jets, biggest dealer as well as Mercury. So we do probably have more jet motors than most. So definitely reach out to us if you have a need. We're getting that stuff in. We have that stuff around. So
sweet.
How is it on the availability, big one, of boats compared to a year?
Yeah, where are we at?
Yeah,
we are catching up on a lot of stuff. I mean, the lot's much fuller than it would have been a year or two ago. The big, like Cameron's boat, like a Columbia, or Marlon's boat, like Columbia, that stuff is still, you're looking at sort of custom boat wait times where, it could be a year, it could be 2 years. But a lot of the little bit, 20-foot boat sizes and around that, we have inventory right now, or we'll have boats within a couple weeks or something like that. Engine inventory is good. So we're in a much better place, and it seems like it's going to get, continue to get better. But.
Right. Not such a scary experience as it was.
Yeah.
That shock of going in and not realizing you're not going to
zero boats
soon. Yeah.
I was gonna say, so a guy that's looking for a boat, because I mean, let's be real, like we do have a good fall salmon forecast.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the seasons, basically, I'm hoping, oh please just don't make me eat my words. I hope this ages well. But the seasons, I'm more confident in us having a more stable, long-term, good fishing season this fall. But a guy interested in buying a boat still has an opportunity. You guys still have some boats that you could see before August 1 on the lot. Adventurers,
yeah. Adventurers would be a great example. 20-foot adventurers. And I mean, if you have a want for a boat, it's not like we could instantly get everybody a new Columbia, but it's still worth having those conversations because we have some cancellations. I mean, different things happen. We get nice used boats in from time to time. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely some options there and conversations to be had, even if you are looking for something a little bit, that
it's not a hopeless cause like it was. Like last year, if you wanted to buy a boat for August, in June, it wasn't happening.
Yeah, you were a hurting unit. So yeah, like I said, we got strikers. The adventure line is pretty well caught up. So there's definitely some options out there for this summer and for that coastal fall fishery and upriver fall fishery, all that stuff.
Are you guys seeing a lot of people coming in right now to de-winterize their boats? Like, it's just the cringe time of the year. I know we're going to talk a little bit about boating etiquette. So why don't you guys out there right now, I want you to comment your like
pet
peeve or your like best boating etiquette or lack thereof story. Because whenever we do the etiquette talks, it always spurs some great conversations. So who jilted you? What happened? I'll just say it. What damn ski boat did what at the boat ramp to really tick you off? Because chances are these guys de-winterize their boats, so you can just totally blame Stevens Marine for all of it.
It was our fault.
It was your fault.
People where I was like, yeah, they probably bought our boat from us, where they're out there doing something silly. But yeah.
But what is it, guys? Let's hear it because like I said, it always spurs some good conversation. We've got some tips and some ideas and like kind of what's going on, out there. But de-winterizing boats?
I mean, like nice four-stroke outboards, you don't even have to de-winterize anymore. No. So most of the folks with outboards, they're good to go whenever they want to go. Inboard boats like that, a little bit of the splash and giggle ski boat.
Splash and giggle boats. There you go.
I'd say even before Memorial Day weekend was a popular time to be de-winterized. I think we run de-winterization like through April, and then after that, we're trying not to do as much of that. But Memorial Day weekend, there's definitely like a lot of first time of the year trips, and there's definitely some casualties. So the last couple days have been a busy day on the phones, and also just like starts getting people in the mood for boating. So they're calling and asking about new motors or new boats or whatever. So it's been crazy the last couple days. But yeah, any long weekend when you come back on Tuesday, somebody has smashed their prop, or their old two-stroke won't run anymore, something like that. So.
Oh, they had their
Clint
boat.
smashed his the first time out.
Clint, You
And then he
snatch
tried
that
to
beauty
blame
up.
it on the boat. He's like, when I go to the bank and I tilt this mercury, it like.
Oh, it doesn't tilt. And then he tried to show me it, and then it worked. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. It
Did you
works
see
perfectly.
that?
Clint.
Did you see that?
Did
Don't
you see
you
that?
see it,
Like,
like,
no, I
boom,
saw you
down?
like screw it up.
They don't have brakes.
They don't have brakes, Clint. He's like, I don't remember it being
Clint
shallow
loves
in this
us.
spot.
Everyone, Clint truly does love us.
I mean, you guys have all seen what Clint does with producing this thing. Like, if God forbid he gets in a boat. Anyways, you guys are idiot. Forgetting the boat plug and sinking my John boat at the ramp. Ouch. They have jet outboard motors up to 300 horse? They do.
They do.
They can slam
yeah.
jet. I bought my boat from Stevens Marine. I love it. Peeve. Guys who treat buoy 10 like it's a slalom course. Yeah, I know exactly what that means. But it's
Missed the
because
buoy.
no, it's because they see the fleet of boats trolling and they know that's the safe area to run
Yeah.
because they're afraid of the sandbars on
you
the
know it's
side,
deep.
which they should be. But that generally, when you see a guy slaloming between boats to make another pass, that means they don't know where the sandbars are. So if you're that guy doing that, everyone's looking at you like, look at this freaking jackwagon.
Dude, they
Like-
do it up here by our house.
Well, yeah, but you need to go to the outside.
They
But-
don't even go to the outside.
I know, and therefore they are said jackwagon.
Rubber bullets.
Rubber bullets. Clint is being violent, everybody.
Wow.
Wow. What are,
For
you,
the seals.
are you afraid of Clint now?
No.
You're gonna just low hold sleeve sort of in there and not even give a rip?
I'm gonna pull some 360s around them.
Yeah.
Power drift, you know.
Power drift. Slide right in. Having to work on around boats anchored side by side and having to work around them to reel up just to take a pass in a smaller river system. What do you think about that stuff?
Hog lines in the
In a
Blue River.
smaller river system.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Can you attest to any of those situations lately?
I mean, it kind of depends on.
I haven't
where you're
ran
at.
it. Yeah, see, I haven't ran any of that lately.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more of a fall thing. I guess maybe a little bit in the spring, but more of the places that I'd see that happen. Maybe he's talking about drift boats. You know,
Yeah.
as far as drift boats
Oh,
anchoring in a
yeah.
spot, which I guess we can kind of just get right into it. I think it's one of those deals. If you're in a power boat
Oh.
and there's a drift boat anchored in a spot, it's a pretty safe bet that he's going to have to eventually pull anchor and leave that spot. And then you, having a power boat, have the ability to go back to that spot. So it kind of just falls under that credo of, you know, you have to let people fish through once if they're there first, even if they're anchored right where you want to cast.
Yeah.
You know, you have to figure out and have a different game plan and have that strategy in your head of where you're going to fish next, what you want to do. And if there is a drift boat anchored in a spot, you let them fish it till they leave because they are not under power. They do have the right of way, essentially. So,
He who was there first, too,
Yeah.
a little bit.
but if there's like a guy, you know, anchored in a jet boat right in the slot with flashers in a small river or something like that, you just let them do their thing. You know, they're probably not hurting nothing.
Got to make it work somehow. Got to make it work. Go back up there, Clint, for a second, and go. I just caught that one. Jason's comment: having a guide boat that goes to the U.S. Coast Guard class and smashes another boat right in port side because he's not paying attention. Well, I can just attest to you guys. Just because they took that class doesn't mean jack. So, you know, just throwing that out there. Anybody can pass that damn thing. Sorry, said it.
Jordan said he got like 8 out of 10 questions wrong.
No.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, just because they got that little oval sticker or anything like that doesn't mean they're still a boater and they still better pay attention. That's for sure. Getting the boat ready at the ramp instead of before.
A lot of commentary about the ramp etiquette,
Oh,
which I think is a big part of the experience, or where a lot of things go sideways. I would say that.
Yeah, I had a fantastic one last year. We'll talk about that one a little bit. If a boater has a problem and flags for help, can you tell them you're fishing and be back later?
Those turned out sweet.
I don't know about that.
That's more of a play on morality, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
golden rule.
I mean, I think with our Coast Guard license, like I think we're required to render assistance. You know, I guess it depends. Like honestly, I'm just gonna say it right now. I was fishing a bass tournament this weekend. really rough, really rough stuff on the Columbia. And another boater was having, some kind of issues with his bilge and spearing waves and taking a little water on. And so we traded phone numbers kind of down the lower river and said, hey, if you have an issue, blah, 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 we'll run back up together, because it was nautical, very nautical. Well, he calls us a little while later, said he put some water on the boat, and we are trying to figure out, like, in the situation, like, oh, okay, well,
A lot of water.
little water, and basically I said, okay, I'm like, I had my co-angler talking to him because I was running the boat, and said, okay, are you an emergency? Like,
Right.
is this like a inconvenienced emergency, or are you like, I need another floating platform here because this boat's in trouble? It wasn't as much of an emergency, but yeah. So I think there's different degrees of like when someone, really needs to render aid, and
Right. It might have been sort of a joke too, but it's, I always look at it like when you're on the water, chances are eventually you're going to be the person that needs help. Whether you run out of gas, something happens, you hit something, and so like I see it a lot offshore fishing, and like one of the times where I really see it, like almost that type of example is like fishing in a tuna tournament. If you stop to help another boat, like throw them a rope and get close to them, you're disqualified from the tournament. And so, but every year pretty much somebody breaks down and somebody is willing to,
sacrifice the day,
take the L,
yeah,
but help. And being out there, you're eventually going to probably rely on somebody.
You just always think
helping you out.
just always think of it this way: like, if you better be the guy that helps out, because one day you're gonna want someone to help you.
Yeah.
So there's definitely
we had
a rule.
We had a commercial boat help us out one time, bring us in, and we were in sort of a known CCA supporting boat, and there's not a real good relationship between.
But you're still mariners out there.
Yeah, and he, I mean, we made that comment like, boy, we really appreciate it, and he's like, hey, I would expect that. Yeah, we're all still out here, and things can get dangerous. And he said, if I needed help, I think that you guys would have helped me. And so, but there needs to be a little bit of that out there. I mean,
yeah,
it's not always like critical, but no matter what, like, still nice if someone's willing to give you a
much
tow
as I
back
used to
or
get
something.
all annoyed seeing all you out there, you'd still help each other out, right?
Help out.
Or like if you launch a boat and totally forget to put it on the shore and like let it drift downriver for like a half mile, and then you get a phone call when you're sleeping in saying, come rescue my boat. And then what do? You go rescue a guy's boat.
This
It's not
sounds
my
very
fault.
pointed.
It was not my fault.
I
the
can
first thing
totally
he
claim
said.
that was not my fault.
And I wasn't even on the water that day, damn it.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
It's got to be a bad feeling when you see the boat floating away.
That's what insurance is for.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. We should have just let that thing pile up, because a couple more rapids it might have.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff. Oh, people who barbecue on the boat when all I have for lunch is a can of sardines and a PBJ. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we heard that we created quite a kerfuffle on our last catch and cook.
Oh, yeah.
Were you there?
Was that the Traeger day or a different day?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. We had 2 smokers going in front of the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Well, and that was a slow day. You not only did you apparently cook in front of everybody, but you caught the fish in front of everybody. And then you went.
Yeah.
Made it really
Cooked in
big.
front of everybody. Double whammy.
And we strategically positioned our boat to where it was upwind of
everybody.
all the fleet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I like DK. He just says guides.
Guides.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Filthy guides. Man, it must suck watching them catch all the fish, huh? Oh, just painful. It's the best to get your boat ready in the parking lot before you launch your boat for the boat launch. Yes, always.
Not when you're
Not,
backing down.
not on the ramp.
Here's my biggest pet peeve. It's not headlights too. There's a special place for them. My biggest pet peeve is just because you are in line, like whether you're loading or unloading, or you're launching or taking out, right? If that boat launch is open and there's 5 guys in line and this boat is not, that boat moves and no one's utilizing that launch at that moment because this guy's doing something else, whether he's launching, like unstrapping or whatever, like that should never happen. Like if there's a line of boats and things are busy, the ramp should be getting used all the time. And guys will, just because they're in like an order, will just be like, he's like, well, I'm next to launch. He's holding up these guys and the ramp is sitting empty. Like that pisses me off more than
Well, especially if you're
anything
you're
else.
the next person in your
So
position.
you, right.
You
You
get it
need
out
to
of
be
there.
like constantly like, okay, I'm next up. Like, I need to be on this ramp, utilize. And sometimes it's one guy by himself and he has to back the trailer in. But if his boat isn't getting put on that ramp at that time, then he's in the wrong, whether he's launching or loading.
One thing, like, even about like rendering aid on the water, that's one thing I think about at the boat ramp. Like, if you can, let's say you're waiting for your buddy anyway and he's doing something else and you have an opportunity to help somebody else who's by themselves. Like, I've hopped in Cameron's truck before and launched his boat on a day where I launched my boat. Obviously Cameron knows what he's doing, but if you can help out, like,
Faster.
it's a frustrating experience. It's you know, it's hard when someone's new and they're slow, but you know, you can look at it and see if there's a way maybe you can help out and then make the whole experience better for everybody. A lot of people are just new and they're not trying to be slow. They just, you know, they're not comfortable backing up.
Most often, if they're going slow, it's because they're nervous as hell.
Yeah. So if you could even just be like, hey, you want me to, you know, everybody's got their trick, you know, they got the rope in the back of their truck or something to catch the boat when they back it off or whatever. If you could be like, hey, you want me to hold that rope for a minute while you back your boat off, you know, then you can help streamline the process a little bit.
Yeah. If the ramp's not getting used and you're up next, it's on you.
Yeah. Well, just be like, hey, if you're not ready, that's fine. Just tell the person behind you, hey, it's fine. You know, someone did that the other day for me when I was launching. They're like, hey, if you're ready, you know, go ahead and just jump in front of us.
Yeah, at the very least, wave them forward. At least,
so,
yeah. Because there's always that little bit, but like but the responsibility is still on you.
Yeah. So. If it's going to take you a while, pull out somewhere before the front of the line.
Yeah. I said, what's funny, Cam, is usually I'm the one out fishing the guides, and they never want to respect the local slayer. I'm just gonna say, like, right now, like, everyone likes to lump like guides, and they're like, we're like this own exclusive group, but guides are no different than sport anglers. That's a cut of society. You got your jerks, you got your idiots, you got your great guys, and same with the regular local sportsmen. You got your jerks, you got your idiots, you got your great guys. Like, it is a cut of society. That sticker means absolutely freaking nothing for all sport fishermen out there. So anyways, I hear you. I agree with you because I see it all the time too. So I do agree with you. But yeah, anyways. I'm a kayaker and fully aware of the time it takes me to put in and out. I try to take just as much time as boat and stay out of the way when it's not my turn. Fair enough. Good.
Yeah, I think it comes down really to just being easygoing. It kind of, you know, don't get a chip on your shoulder because somebody pulled around you and launched and it took you an extra 3 minutes to get out there. Because if there is a line, odds are you're not already the first one there. So you're really not going to miss much. Right. And to be quite honest, nobody likes getting bitched at 5 in the morning.
Right. No one's in that mood.
Like that. Nobody wants to do that. It's, if you want to ruin people's day, probably just go back home and you know, kick your dog or something. But just if something does happen on the boat ramp, just take it easy. Yeah. You know, and if you see somebody that does need help, that's good karma. That'll get you a fish most likely. You know. I think we see that really too much in the high volume and kind of cutthroat fisheries where guys are there who are
people are not very willing to help. They're
just not nice.
They want to chew you out.
Right. Yeah. And that's nobody needs that. You know, nobody deserves that, especially if they're out there trying to learn.
Actually, the last time I chewed someone out, just to back up the point about like the guides and the whole chewing out, was one morning we're sitting there on the ramp and it's 5 o'clock in the morning and it's dark. And there's a bunch of, I'll just say, old man locals in front. I'm an old man too now. Okay, whatever. But you know what I mean? Like, and for some reason the line is like, we have 4 boats in front of us, and I'm sitting there for like a half an hour, and it's like one boat at a time, and then 10 minutes later, and people were utilizing the ramp, but it's like, what the hell's going on? So I get out of my truck. I'm finally like, early morning, fall, pissed. Right. Walk up to the blackberry bushes, and what do I find? I find 2 guides that have the only 2 spots on the dock, like sitting there with their lights on, like trying to tie up rods while, like, you know, old guys, single local dudes are trying to park their boats somewhere like in some crazy place that they can't physically even like probably get in and out of. Right. Because there's a couple of guides, I'll say it, freaking guides on the dock trying to do that. So I go to the blackberry bushes and I yell at them. I go, what the hell? Are you guys afraid of the freaking dark? And I use some other expletives too. Like, get the hell out of here. Right. You guys are choking. And there was 20 cars behind me. And so you got to sometime like think outside, like the world does not revolve around you, but you got to think about, you know, you got to make it work. Yeah. We got to make it work. So yeah, so guides can be total dipshits. There you go. Yep.
But that could have been anyone.
Could have been anyone
that weren't guides.
Could have been anyone. I understand people like, and sometimes you got to realize too, like in that situation, sometimes there's people that like don't know how to control the boat that are sitting in the boat. Yeah. I ran into that situation. I kind of
a lot of
stuck
times.
my foot in
A
my
lot of
mouth.
times.
Is there was a guy blocking the boat ramp, and I kind of said, "Hey, you know, you guys mind moving?" And the guy's like, "Look, man, it's my buddy's boat. Like, I ain't doing this." But these were guides that were prepping rods and cleaning flashers. And it's like, no, come on.
Even like people holding the boat at the dock. You
Right.
know, more
Sometimes
than
that
likely they
person
don't
doesn't know how to
drive
do
the
it. Right.
boat or, you
So,
know,
yeah.
their job is to hold the ropes. That's all they know.
Yeah. So either way, but just because, and like Marlon said, there's been many a times I've seen sport anglers doing that at docks too. That probably shouldn't have been doing it. All fair. Some of them guys think they own the river. We do. We do. Totally own it. We're working. You guys, no, that's a lie. I don't think that way. Anyways, I saw some other, go up real fast. So there's another good
Did you
comment.
talk about headlights at all?
Oh, headlights. There's a special place. Anyways, keep going.
Talk
keep
about
going.
it.
Yeah, turn off your damn headlights. There are some very few models of Dodges that you cannot turn off the headlights though.
I don't know about that.
Some of them,
There
It's
are.
a lot of the Chevys, and the Chevy guys don't
Okay,
know how to do
there's
it.
like, I know there's a couple
You
years.
don't
Double click.
No.
You gotta do it twice.
The one with the little push button, the 90s Chevys,
You
push
can't
the
do
push
it.
button
Okay.
5 times
Yeah.
and they turn off.
On my Tundra, you can't turn off my headlights.
I've also heard like
Then one
Partial
click and
parking
you're
lot.
But
parked
that's
for
because you
years.
have aftermarket daytime running lights that are obnoxious.
one click of the
You
parking
can't turn
brake.
them off.
He
Hey,
said,
go up real fast. There was a couple of good
They were
comments.
$800 too.
There we go. What's
They
some
always
tips?
burn out.
That Rondeezy, the pancake slayer. What are some tips for staying safe using smaller vessels like kayaks or rafts around larger boats? Maybe Jordan can talk about that a bit.
So there are some legalities that go along with that. The flags. I think the flag that has to be on the back of your kayak in a navigable waterway is like 5 or 6 feet tall. It has to be sticking.
That's a
out.
law.
I think
I
it's,
didn't
I think
know
it's
that.
5 feet. There's a measurement to it, and it has to be an orange flag, a signal flag. But really, it's not. It is their job to be looking out for you, but it's even more of the kayaker's job to be paying attention. You do have a lot more on your plate, but if you're the guy that's willing to take the risk to go out into these areas that are navigable waterways, and if you're willing to take the risk to go out in these areas, you need to tread lightly. You know, you can't just go running out into a place or run the same channel lines. You know, vessels that are not under power and so on and so forth do have the right of way on rivers. And then it goes through a pecking order where then you go to a certain size of boats that have the right of way, and everybody else has.
But
to
if they
look
put
out
an
for
electric
them.
motor on it, does the electric motor classify them as a vessel under power then?
Yes, I believe so.
So it'd be all the same.
Yeah.
thing.
So, but my recommendations is to start small. You know, go to places where you can learn how to control your kayak, and pay attention to the weather. If there is a heavy chop and you're going out and you're going to put yourself in the situation to be, you know, hard to see, you know, not be as visible in an area that you're going to fish that's going to have a lot of power boats, or going to a troll where it's a one direction troll where everybody is going to go under power to go back and refish it. Stay way off to the side. Your kayak can go in 6 inches of water. Not every boat out there can. So just using good judgment, and don't have a chip on your shoulder again. Don't be out there expecting everybody to see you.
I saw
with guides and
Yeah.
a lot of bigger boats, they have 6 people that they're trying to keep safe in the boat and watch the other boats and watch out for you. So, you know, take it under your own liberty to be safe and save everybody the trauma of hitting a freaking kayaker.
I
You
saw
know?
a comment that Clint pinned up earlier that TJ McNamara was saying. He's a big kayaker guy. I see him out there all the time. He said guys that think they're doing the kayakers a favor by kind of coming off plane and slowing down, he's like, they're actually making it worse. So when safe to do so, stay on plane and pass the kayaker. And so I saw that comment earlier. I didn't get to it. So it'd be definitely.
Yeah, then you got like a 6-inch wake and it goes by really fast. And
Right. Yeah. A lot quicker when it's safe to do so. And honestly, like when the kayakers are out there, like I get totally jealous because like all this spring season, there was kayakers out there whooping them, and I wanted so bad. Didn't have a day off, but I wanted so bad to go grab a kayak because every time like those guys are getting in boats, we're like, hell yeah! Like it's always like we're rooting on the kayakers to catch the fish we're trying to catch.
Yeah.
And honestly, they're doing really good because they're super sneaky and super stealthy. And frick, there's a couple guys out there whacking them.
Yeah.
Whacking them.
Yeah.
Hey guys, glad you could tune in since my house issue finally got internet. That's right. That's right. A place to thank you guys for the gear. Yes, glad to hear you are getting things arranged. So good to hear. These guys help. Pretty much appreciate the super chat, and these guys help make the audio as crisp and sound, so you could hear our voices.
I sent him a big package.
as lovely as you can hear them. So go back up to that one comment I saw you pass, the 23 comment. I love stuff
Yeah,
like
let's talk to that guy.
Yeah, so
Apparently he's...
okay, so let's talk about social media blowing up bodies of water. By people listing bodies of water, what depth rigs they're using is stretched so the next time everybody and their dogs are out there. Well, I mean, honestly, let's just be real. Like, I mean, if you choose to do that on social media and you want to do that, then you better expect like pot lickers to go out there and be there. I think...
I don't agree one bit with teaching people. If you have a problem with teaching people how to fish, you should.
Well, I mean, there's
there's
a big difference between teaching people and then blowing up bodies of water. And I know like a lot of people like to like accuse us of blowing up bodies of water, but last I checked, we don't post anything current. We don't post anything, any bodies of water, and I know this for a fact.
We put out a Springer episode for March this weekend.
Yeah, exactly, for March. So, like, if you want to go fish that area, go right ahead. And maybe next year there may or may not fish be there. But
and Marlin, just for the for everybody's info, Marlin has over probably 100 river names flagged on the YouTube channel that got pinned before they can even post.
Yep.
If
anyone comments any river names in the comments, it automatically goes to held for review, and you never see it.
Right.
Exactly.
And here's the deal. But here's the deal. For us not doing it, there's 100 places that are, and honestly, if those people like choose to do it, it's on them. I mean, I don't know what else to say to that. I mean, it's a free country.
Owen does live on the water. They've been going live.
It's a free country. You can kind of do what you want. We go live on the water while we're catching fish, or trying to catch fish, I should say. So it's not like it's thing. But like I said, just expect the consequences. And like I'll say it to this matter: if we're really worried about like people like showing up to rivers like in big rushes of people, like I'll say it, and I'll say it again: like a desperate guide is 1,000 times worse than any video, any report, anything that's ever been posted, as far as drawing people to rivers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, yeah, big difference in blowing them up and showing people and helping them learn personally. Yeah, we kind of agree with that. Like, I think if everybody kind of knew, like I always say, learn how to fish, don't learn how to fish a spot. Like, if you learn how to catch a fish, I can go, Jordan, I'm pretty sure I can send Jordan anywhere where there's a freaking trout, and he can probably catch them. Actually, he can catch them. I'm just going to say it. Like,
just trout.
Well, just using a very salmon. No, Jordan can probably go catch a fish in a mud puddle out in the parking lot. You get what I'm saying? Kidding, yeah. Like, if you know how to fish, so the guys that do chase those reports and chase those kind of things, I don't think they ever do themselves really any good. And then, of course,
learned the lesson either.
Right, and with salmon and steelhead, things are like, I mean, everybody's seen it. Anybody who's fished for any amount, a little bit of time, knows that those fish are there today and gone tomorrow. Or the water level changes just a little bit, and tides change, roll through. So, hey, more power to you. Good luck doing it. Go make all those hot off the second river fishing reports all you want, but
yeah,
we're not gonna do it.
I never chase reports. That's like the least. Usually, sometimes it's about the least amount of confidence.
Usually, when he does it, it's with me. Hey, dude, I heard about this. We should go.
You know, it depends on the fishery, but it's so often like, so often you swing and miss. And if you are going somewhere that you're not accustomed to, it's going to take you 2 days to even know what the hell's going on. And you're going to be so far behind by the time you go chasing some report, especially off of a YouTube, or off of a social media post, whatever gets you out there fishing, but you're probably not going to have a ton of fun doing that.
I think that's the key is like invest the energy in learning how to fish in general and salmon techniques. And then if you do hear like, oh, you already know, if you know these things, like, oh, this river should be starting to pick up this time of year, and you maybe hear something.
Or a dam count. We'll just throw it out. A dam count is signifying there's fish in the area. A season opens, and I mean, it's a weird slope.
That's a good one to segue to.
What's that?
It's talking about combat fishing and
you lost. I don't see it.
Dante, Clint.
Dante, is this live? Yes, Adam. This is live. Hi, Adam. Nice to see you.
So you know the answer.
How many people we got watching right now, Clint? I think we need to do another giveaway and then get to Dante's comment. We got over 300 of you guys. Here we go. Let's do a comment, because the guys that are commenting are the guys that are going to get put in the randomizer for this other package because we want you guys commenting, want to engage with you guys. We want to hear your terrible etiquette stories and that guide that jilted you. Was he in a little white addicted boat? Was he in a gone catching boat? You know, he cut you off.
Jordan boat's black now.
Oh, it's black. Sorry, black. Never mind. Anyways, I make my own report. That's right. Make the report. Don't.
Todd says, "Give us stuff, please."
Clint, pick a random winner to win this. The flaming Cheeto and the Hoochie spinner rig. Yeah, the Hoochie spinner rig.
White with pink dot.
Boom. White with pink dot. Randomly pick me. Probably not going to happen. Do you have it? Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, Tom Valentine. I can't figure out how to turn off the headlights of my 2020 Ford work truck. Well, Tom,
can't help you with that.
we can't help you with that, but you did win. You did win for commenting and participating in the live feed. We are going to send you this prize back with the Flaming Cheeto Super Series 360. Email your address to orders@addicted.fishing.
Cam's gonna mail it to that special place in hell.
I did not say that. You said special place. There's a special place for it. Maybe it's the
I like
at
Tom's
McDonald's.
comment.
I don't
He
know.
says, "Damn Fords."
You
That's
can
right.
tape your flasher over your headlight.
That's right. It'd be orange, bright orange. Perfect.
Buy the parking brake.
Buy the parking brake. Parking brake. All right. Then we still have another prize pack, guys. That's going to be another Hoochie spinner and a shake and bake. Shake and bake 360 Super Series flasher. All right. What?
Thanks for nothing, Clint.
Thanks for nothing. I need the new comments, bud. Sorry. Thank you. You've been doing really good tonight. I was just thinking that. I'm like, every time I needed a new comment.
Maybe you should just give him like a leeway time.
He did great. He's doing great. But
Maybe before you say it, like maybe give him like 60 seconds at least.
then we'll just be like,
Or you could
bring
be
a
smart
clicker
and
or
just
something.
think of something else to say. Read one of the comments that's showing.
dude, I don't want to do this. So like,
Yeah.
all right. I usually
All right,
don't
everyone
fish.
roast Cam again.
What's that?
I said, all right, everyone roast Cam again.
Oh
I
God.
need to make a graphic.
Oh, I care what people say on the
Oh, you
internet.
need to make a
man.
roast
Oh,
the
gosh,
graphic.
guys.
Cam on a spigot under a
Yes.
Apple in the
Careful. Careful. That's another level. That's another level, Clint. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. I follow reports from a networks of friends. Oh yeah, absolutely. Know your sources for sure. I've got some guys that'll call me and tell me something, and I go, okay. And then I have other guys that call me and tell me something, and pay a little more attention. I hear you. Know your source. That's right. Clint sucks at random picking. I'm sorry, Fishy. That's maybe Clint needs to work on that. All right. What was the other comment I missed that Marlon wanted us to attend to?
We got him. all.
You were asking about the combat fishing, I think.
The combat fishing.
Oh yeah. A guy
didn't
was
get
just
that
saying like how to approach that. How to approach like combat fishing in areas like, take everyone knows it, Drano, for example. Like
Okay. Yeah.
how just approach how to do that like, as a new angler or whatever.
The best advice to combat fishing is when in Rome, do as the Romans. Like if there's 100 guys doing one thing and you think you're going to go in there and do something else, it's probably not going to work out well for you. So understanding that you probably need to kind of get in line. There's been some times where just because everyone's doing one thing doesn't mean you can't catch them doing another, but there's time and place to try that. A little less crowded time.
Or if it, you can do whatever you want if it doesn't impact what everybody else is doing.
Sure.
Like,
But it's hard in the combat situation.
Yeah, and he asked too, like how to keep your cool. And in those scenarios, it's like you just have to go into that like with an open mind and just know that there's going to be stuff that's going to happen. People are going to tangle. If you're getting into that scenario, you just got to deal with it.
Yeah, I was out there the other day. People are getting all worked up, and it's like, look, think about where you are. Like when you plan to go here tomorrow, did you really think like, oh, I'm gonna have my own piece of water and nobody's gonna cut me off or nobody's gonna get blown into me or tangle. It's just part of the game. If you don't want to get into that, don't go there. And if you go there, just be prepared. Same thing as everything. Like, okay, someone's fish ran into your line. Chances are, if you fish that enough, one day your fish is gonna run into somebody else's line. So just it's the basic golden rule stuff. Like cooperate and be nice, and then people are nice to you, and it's less.
Or you could be
stressful
like
everybody.
Ryan and make signs
Yeah,
to hold up to
yeah.
people.
Yeah, I think Ryan's like lesson number 1: assert your dominance.
Exactly.
Every time I go there, I think about that.
There's a pecking order out here, damn it.
Make everybody feel bad about themselves.
Exactly.
But I wish
were
I
you
had
gonna
the
say,
sign
Jordan?
though when I was there, because I mean
Yeah.
I understand why he's got the sign.
Yeah.
I think a big part of it too is don't be too big for your boots and don't be scared to ask questions. You know, like if you roll out there in a situation like they're talking right now. It's in this situation like Drano. It's a lot of it is a weight game.
Yeah.
For everybody to fish around each other, they have to be relatively fishing the same type, fishing the same rod angles. Don't be scared to cruise out to the first 3 boats and go, hey, what letter are you using? Blah blah blah. You don't ask for the Bible, but just figure out what everybody's doing quickly,
Right.
Just basically, and then that way you don't have to go through the learning curve of untangling for the first hour of the day, and so on and so forth. You know, it'll keep you from getting yelled at, and it'll keep. A lot of times you get a lot of respect from people that way. If you just roll up and ask a couple simple questions, that's going to put you in line with everybody else.
Communicate. I can tell you, like, I wasn't fishing Drano, but another area, and we're out there, fishing 3 weeks straight every day, and all of a sudden, new boat. You haven't seen, not that it matters. Anybody can fish anywhere.
You could just say it was me. It's fine.
Not you, but a new boat shows up, and then all of a sudden
Sean.
you're trolling behind them, and you're looking at their line angles, and you're like,
This isn't going to work.
oh, shoot. Because
that
their
a-
line angles are flat.
Is that a wiggle warp?
And it's like, oh boy, and everyone's in there, tip to tail. And I kind of said to the guy, I said, hey, I'd probably run a little, and I could tell he was 360 fishing,
Right.
but I'm like, hey, I'd probably run a little more lead. And the guy kind of like blew me off, but I just knew to avoid that guy. And I watched that guy tangle like 4 different boats over the next like 2 hours. And I'm like, and my client saw it. So I'm like, oh, common denominator,
Right.
common denominator, common denominator. Cause they kept trying, they weren't humble enough to realize like, okay, like this is how I'm doing it. And I don't need to listen to anybody else. What I'm doing. It's like that kind of attitude gets, I think,
tired.
more people in trouble, and I mean, right out of the gate when I was first like trolling over their line, oh man, dude, you might want to throw on a little more lead there. And the guy just kind of, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, okay. And well,
Maybe he didn't understand the why. If he's new, maybe he
I
should
said, you might want to
elaborate.
put some more lead on
Yeah,
there.
but maybe he doesn't
I
like-
could tell this person was not interested in having any more further conversation because there was no like, hey, well, how much? What should? It was just like, he's like, oh yeah, I got it, and then did not put more lead on, and so proceeded to tangle like 4 other boats. I knew to watch out for him.
You should try harder.
No,
It's
no,
your fault.
no,
It's your fault, Cameron.
no, because I didn't tangle with him. I knew to watch out for him, so I was fine. I thought, and actually, he did me a favor because he was taking out some other people that I needed out of the freaking way. So it actually worked out great.
It's freeing up some holes for you.
That's right. That's right. It's like the guys that don't know how to control their boat hover fishing. You always want to be upriver them because they're going to take everybody out. Good stuff. All right. Moving on. If you don't like crowds, and you did honestly, like the last part about combat fishing, a lot of times, like if we have to fish that because the state closes the rivers again. I'm just kidding, but not really. But there's a lot of situations, a lot of times a year where we all get packed in together. A lot of times I have to tell my clients, well, there's a reason why there's 1 million boats here. Because there's 1 million fish here, or because this is the program right now, and this is what we got. And you go into it with that attitude. Just it's not the quiet, serene time on the river, and just have the right attitude, and just have the right attitude, have the right attitude. There you go. Those damn guides.
I've seen it a few times in the comments, guys, and obviously this isn't a boat etiquette thing, but I agree. We should all, as anglers and advocates for the sport, we should be picking up more trash, advocating for picking up trash. I've seen it at boat ramps, seeing it more often on rivers. That's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about, Jordan, is I think we should start doing a segment in every video. Literally every YouTube video we put, we should have a 10-minute segment where we just pick up trash.
Or at least pick up a piece of trash, a video.
Yeah,
I mean, we can pick up more, but I'm just saying, show us one time.
Yep.
That's the new rule.
Yeah, I agree.
Find one
Yeah,
piece of
we
trash.
should all, and just everyone, all you
I like
addicted
it.
followers out there, anyone who watches or whatever,
Like that.
let's just all try to advocate for that more and more, the
Hold us
more we
to it.
can.
I like that. Maybe that was the biggest weight he had. Might have been. You can
probably
double ball it.
He was probably using 12s and didn't have 14s like you do.
No, he was using like 4s and didn't have 10s.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Don't be afraid to use the dingleberries if you have to.
The dingleberry.
Sometime
You
you
gotta
gotta do
hang
it.
2 of them on there, and it works. Oh, the biggest detriment to fishermen and fish alike is the WFW.
Facts.
Some of the WFW.
Especially with that
No,
stupid
no.
post they made a couple days ago.
What was that? I didn't see it.
Oh, I'm sure you saw it.
I didn't see it.
You should go look at their Instagram.
Just
I'm not going to talk about it. I don't even want to. It's that annoying.
anyways, yeah, there's definitely some things WFW, they're absolute freaking clowns. I have no idea what the hell they're doing or talking about or can manage themselves out of a wet paper bag. But there are some that do very well.
When we say that exactly,
yeah,
there are some very good
and
employees.
bad. There's good and bad within
Yeah,
that
look at their
department.
new cover photo.
You're managing fish, but now we're managing people. Interesting. Okay, whatever. Anyways, we should all be cleaning up the trash. Leave it cleaner than how you found it. Pick up a bag of trash on my lake each visit. That's good stuff, guys. Good stuff, guys. I vote for addicted trash bags. Well, we know a guy.
One of my
Ben.
biggest pet peeves, here's a river etiquette thing. Don't be the guy that takes the trash bag to the fishing hole and hangs it on the tree to encourage more people to leave their trash. And then never,
100%.
and then never pack it out.
And then there's an
And then wait-
overflowing mountain of
Oh,
trash.
God.
If you take it out, you can be the
Yeah.
guy that takes it out too. maybe.
Exactly.
But,
I've
yeah.
never seen it.
Yeah.
Honestly,
That
so
is
it's just
true.
there.
Yeah,
I've never
you're
seen
right.
it. Just take it with you. If you
Yeah.
bring it, take it with you.
Yeah.
It saves everybody a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So
Don't be the guy if I see a guy doing it in my boat, like I'll show him where the trash can is. Like the guy that just smokes the
blowing out.
cigarette and just
Oh,
into the water.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, there's a trash can right there in the fish box. You lift it up and it's right there. I'll tell people that in my boat because that is just annoying. Because it's just
They
blatant-
never decompose.
just
Cigarette butts stay
blatant
forever.
disregard. It's like I don't know, bugs me. Trash bag
should bug
hangers are the worst. Yeah, that's a good point though.
It's a nice idea.
Okay.
Doesn't work out in the end.
What about bad etiquette story, guys? Come on, let's hear.
Let's hear one of yours. Just kick it off.
I
know
should
you got
tell
some
my
good
story.
ones.
I should tell my
Talk
story
about the one
last
guy,
summer.
the guy that tried to fight you at the
Oh
boat ramp.
no, there was not going to be a fight because there was. Once he
was
realized
gonna
he
be a
was
beating?
100% wrong, he was
Who's
definitely
this
out of
dad
there.
plays guy?
It's good stuff. There's trash cans on. Yeah. Hi, Jordan. Don't throw balls, cans in the river. Never seen bottles, cans floating there. Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like it's nice to have a trash can in your boat because if you don't I don't think some people don't litter on purpose probably,
Mhm.
but if you don't secure your trash, you don't have a trash can. I've been guilty of that. Like a herring
Yeah.
tray or something gets blown out, and I bet every day there's quite a bit of that going on. So secure your
it's,
trash.
It's my biggest pet peeve. I always tell guys, like, whenever we make a run anywhere, it's like, all right, get your hoods on, get your hats on, get whatever on, and make sure nothing's going to blow out. And there's pop cans swirling
Right.
around the bottom of the boat. They're just
Flying
gonna
I've
go.
been on a few fishing trips where Cam where he's turned around, a bag's flying out or something.
Oh,
and
I'll
he
go get it.
stopped, turned around, made me grab the bag.
Tried to.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine like guideboat, like my guideboat with my name on it, running out, just
Right.
trash spitting out the back? Oh gosh, and then not going to get it?
Oh no,
Think
I
about
thought it
all
was
the
great.
comments.
Yeah,
that'll be on
you
here.
need to. It's your responsibility. Don't get drunk on the water and drift into other people's boats.
there you go.
Seems
That's
reasonable.
probably a good.
Probably. Yep.
What happened to old Tom there?
Fishing when they have ample room to. So I have more problems with guides on my river thinking they own the river. Okay, we say guides again, but throwing big wakes my direction and driving through the run I'm fishing when they have ample room to go behind me. Behind, so maybe he's like anchored out. You like anchored out side, Bob, and there's like an opportunity for them to drift by you, or kind of idle. I'm trying to. That could be it. I don't know. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody needs to try to stay off the water when you can. I mean, sometimes you just can't.
Official, yeah. I think about like those times, like down Buoy 10, it's like, or like the old I-5 fisheries where it's like literally there's people fishing bank to bank, and you do sort of have to either, pick the biggest gap you have, and then you do end up in that conversation where it's like, okay, do I slow down? Can I really slow down and go 5 miles an hour up to the top of the run?
Right.
Or can I pick a safe distance and stay on plane and throw as small a wake as possible.
Don't go to
But,
buoy 10 and
yeah.
be mad with boat wakes. How about that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not a good place to be worried about boat wakes. And I think that about a lot of big river fisheries, right? If you're on a lake or something, be safe and don't
nice job,
cut it
Jared.
close.
Just landed one. Gotta love the live feed bite.
Oh.
I'm glad it gives other people's bites because it
Exactly.
sure as hell don't give us bites.
Hey, we caught one last time.
Hey, we need to go bass fishing next week so we can just rip on them.
We caught one last time.
I know we go bass fishing next
Yeah,
week.
but we need to get Starlink or something first.
Well, where is it?
I don't know. It's like a 6-month waiting list.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Well, damn. Oh.
I've gone on the waiting list. They only approve it too for like certain areas. Like you have to like be.
You have to be
outside
rural.
cities and stuff.
Yeah.
Ah.
No, we just need to do the thing.
Love
we
your
talked
boat
about.
tour last
It's-
video. Very nice boat. Thanks. Got a couple ideas for my old boat. Perfect. Never offering to pay for truck or boat gas.
I like that one.
No, there you go.
Yep, they don't run on thanks.
This is an interesting one too. Also, sort of along the lines of paying for boat gas is, every boat's different, but I'm sort of big on sharing catch. In my boat, it's different in a guided experience, but in a recreational experience,
Don't be a fish knob.
Yeah, don't be or hog. Don't be a fish hog.
Yeah, fish hog.
Especially, I've had a couple people come out with me and then catch one fish and then not even offer me a piece as the captain. I'm like, well, better enjoy that one because the last one
You're
ever
cut
getting in
off!
my boat. But
Especially when you're springer. If you're springer
You gotta be-
fishing,
so-
share the fish.
So a lot of times with me, if I have mixed groups in the boat and we're like early springer fishing, we always kind of like have that discussion
In the beginning.
beforehand.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, are we kind of like splitting fish up? This might be a day where I'm usually honest with my clients. Like if it's sucking, I'm like, we're looking for 2 bites and I hope we get them pretty much all of like the Columbia season.
a split group in a guide boat or
Just gotta talk
guide boat
about it
experience in general, I
before.
think is a little different. But
Right.
but certainly if you're fishing with buddies, again, everybody's got their own program, but I always like to split costs and split fish.
That's a good thing that you could talk about. What do you think is essential aside from you could talk about the stuff that you're just required to have, but what other safety equipment do you think you should have on your boat just as extras, just as what ifs?
The big one's a flat-sided bucket. The 𝗛𝗘𝗟𝗣. Flat-sided, but not a round bucket, a flat-sided bucket.
Oh, yeah,
Easier
can't
for
live
scooping
without a butter
water.
bucket.
So what?
Can't live without the butter bucket.
Butter
The
bucket?
square ones.
Oh well, yeah,
Like,
yeah, because
that's what,
they actually can
pull
bail
mayo,
water. They can
yeah.
bail water when you are in that situation that you need.
There you go.
So that's always
Get it
that's
against
always a go. And everyone needs a
get-
bucket. You need a
floor.
bleed bucket in your boat. You might as well have it be freaking square. But I don't know what other. I'm just thinking other safety stuff.
I think
You
what
talking throwable?
Yeah, just what safety
Throwable?
stuff.
But that's
Yeah,
required.
that's
Rope
also
bag's
required.
not required.
I've always thought
No, but you can get stuff that's not required. I have
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
have flashing lights in mine.
Right.
I
What
have
should
throw bags.
what things do people have that could be extras or additions?
Yeah.
That someone asked it. They've asked it twice. Safety equipment.
I've always thought about especially offshore stuff. I've always carried. I got a small pair of bolt cutters actually for cutting bigger hooks out, so that you're not some people all they have is one rusty pair of needle nose pliers or something. So I always had a big pair of bolt cutters.
Dikes.
So that you could cut a hook out and push
Mhm.
a barb through or whatever. Not something you want to have to deal with, but you don't want to be wrestling on a hook. Or
That's a
something
good
with
point. I have
team.
one in my bass boat and one in my freaking sled.
I can tell you one thing I'm going to have all the time now when I go offshore is an inReach.
Yep, Garmin. Reach.
I'm
You
always
have
going to have
some.
one.
You have some issues.
Yeah.
No,
No,
just because
no. Let's just say we could have
out of
killed
school.
some more halibut if we had an
Oh,
inReach.
just 'cause
Yeah.
the way to communicate.
it's just when you go out there and you just have no communication, it's kind of like, dude, what if something did go wrong and you couldn't talk to no one?
Right. Well, that's what another thing I would say is some sort of reliable communication. For me now, inshore stuff.
He says an
cell phone
extra
works.
boat for your boat.
Radio, some way to
Yeah.
get a hold of people.
Extra boat for your boat. Yeah.
Yeah, when you go out in the ocean, Cam, do you have a CB or a whatever the?
Is this 1980?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a VHF with an
VHF, that's
MMI or what is it, DSCI,
didn't
whatever,
know what it
where
was.
the distress, and it's actually I have an MMSI number. I have everything like a beacon,
Yeah.
like distress beacon.
Do you have anything if someone does go overboard to get them back in your boat?
As far as
Gaff.
Nice.
as far as
I don't know.
Like a
some
rope
people
or
have like
like
a
a
ladder
ladder.
or steps.
So
or
it's
if you don't
crazy.
have that, a rope or a way to like do it on a cleat.
So on the back of my boat, if someone was to go in the water, there, without the outboard on, of course, if I could get them to the back of the boat, there would be a step there on the lip of the Merc. But what's crazy is like my bass boat actually has this really cool emergency ladder for a guy if he throws himself off the front of the boat. You pull this little pin and it out pulls this like slider and it drops down and then has 2 legs. So a guy could
Scuba
crawl
dive.
himself and it's like standard issue, I guess, on a Camus.
Yeah.
and so
Probably for when you're going 80.
I was like,
Never know what
if you're going 80 and you get ejected, that boat's
Yeah.
it's going to be over there 100 yards before it stops.
Swim to the bank.
But I'm saying if you're up front,
Yeah.
throwing yourself off
Gotcha.
and I know both my buddies in the last year have thrown themselves off the front of their boats, and both of them got injured by their trolling motor.
Yikes.
Oh,
But
an
they were
EpiPen,
fishing with
That's a
people.
good idea.
What's that?
An EpiPen.
Yeah.
Just in case someone has some sort of allergic reaction.
First aid kit, like that's
Good
not
first aid
required, but
kit,
I have one on my
always.
boat.
A good first aid.
Angler aid.
Yep.
Do you still do those?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Those are good.
Those are big in the bass world.
Trying to think what else I have. Knives, not required, but like anytime you're
Deck
dropping
knives.
an anchor or hook, like
Yeah.
Sharp knife.
and
Cut-
somewhere
be able
where
to
you
cut
can
some
get
rope.
at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a mic. I don't know why I'm talking. Go, Cam.
We're just saying, we're like nodding and saying,
No,
yes.
no.
To
I was reading
note
some of the
sound.
comments.
Oh, come on. Clint's boat, it compares okay to Cameron's boat. It's
I
just
don't
a
know. I
little
don't
smaller
understand what that
version.
conversation and
Well, they
James.
said,
Someone else wanted to compare Clint's boat with your boat.
I mean, honestly,
do a
like
walkthrough or-
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, honestly,
actually
those
a
little
good idea. We should
adventures
do
are
that.
freaking awesome. I mean, they're only 6 inches less wide. They're the same V-hole style. I think they're not 2 inches. They're 2 inches not as tall.
Yeah. The side height now is close.
I think it's-
33 inch tall sides. They're
Okay.
I mean, the Adventure was really built to be comparable to like Cameron's Columbia, but just a
But dude,
scaled
if I
down
wasn't
version.
running like me and 6 guys, I would absolutely have no qualms with having an adventure. I was like the perfect trib Columbia boat. So yeah, we should do a walkthrough on Clint's boat too
And
to
it's
compare the two.
I'm glad I got. It's a big boat, like compared to what I had, but it fits in my garage.
It's
Like
a small
normal
boat with
standard-
but handles big.
Yeah.
Or wait, no, it's a big boat that handles small.
or something. One of those.
Whatever. It's capable. Very capable boat. How about that? Unless Clint's driving it and then he just runs it into rocks and ruins his prop.
Flex seal, this guy says.
Yeah.
Happens to everybody. It's gonna happen to Cameron.
Well, what's funny about someone said
Duct
Flex
tape.
Seal.
Oh yeah,
Duct
save
tape
me.
for sure.
Flex Seal. I got Flex Seal and Flex Tape in my raft as a standard operating.
In like an
equipment.
offshore boat, I carried they make like a clay plug that you could just slap on a hole, or even like a piece of tarp that would suction up against it if you did do something really
Dumb.
scary. Punch a hole in it or hit something.
Tools.
Tool,
Like
yeah.
leather
Tools.
Safety kit.
tools,
Yep.
Yeah, just a wrench and a screwdriver.
Extra fuses. My whole motor, old one, took one fuse took out the whole thing.
Yeah.
If you guys can't hear Clint shouting out some excellent ideas that you should definitely have.
Yeah, he said fuses,
We're gonna
electrical
do-
kit.
We'll do a Clint
My
walkthrough.
new
I
boat,
like
and
it.
Yeah,
it did it,
yeah.
like,
No,
I'm
this
like,
is-
What do I want? What do
Yeah.
I need? I just did it all.
No, in the
Yeah.
front of my boat, I got a little like orange box, and it's got an electrical tester, pliers, bunch of connectors, some spare wire, and I can tell you how many times, like out of all the stuff in my boat that gets used for somebody else's boat, it's that.
Oh yeah.
And it's not even a kit; it's just a bunch of random stuff thrown together, but it comes in handy a lot.
Extra plugs.
Duct tape, and there's duct and electrical tape in that kit. Extra plugs, the sock works. You ever done that? Have you ever had to do that? I've had to do that on guide trips. I lost my plug somehow. Take a sock.
Your drain plug?
Yeah, you take a sock and you can like pull it, put it in the hole and pull it through to where it just cinches super tight and then tie a knot in it. Well, I mean, in an emergent, so if you're out in the water and your plug falls out and you needed to do something, your sock would actually work.
Just go
Or
with
a
that.
rag.
Most smart people have an extra plug.
Or 3.
Yeah. Or
They're $4.
Yeah, okay. So this was like years ago. Shut the hell up. We still went fishing all day and no one even knew. It
Okay.
was awesome.
I was out on a boat one time. I think the only time
How
I
many
got on a
people?
boat with a drain plug incident is it was frozen in the morning, and when it thawed out, there had been ice around it, fell out. All of a sudden, there's water coming up to the boots and everything. We're like,
Yeah, the spark plugs, yeah, all that good stuff. There's a lot of good stuff. A lot of good. I carry all Type 1 life jackets in addition to like the wearable ones. So
Right.
like no matter what, I know at any given time I have 8 life jackets
You're
in my
legal.
boat. I'm always legal. Never gonna worry about that.
You have to be wearing an inflatable.
Yeah,
You have to be wearing inflatables to count, yes. But then even if
Not
they're
everyone knows that.
Yeah, we
No.
were just having this discussion the other day at work because we looked it up, and even online it's a little ambiguous. But yeah, the inflatable ones, I think the consensus.
if you have the
was should be
inflatable
wearing
ones, so with the bass guys, like a lot of the guys will just pack the inflatable ones, but the second that they take it off because they
Doesn't
want
count.
to stay the lanyard, technically, if they don't have standard ones in their boat, that inflatable laying on the deck, even though it's hooked to the kill switch, it's what you're putting on when you're driving, doesn't
no
count.
longer counts. Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Oh, that I don't.
Sunscreen, aspirin, cutters,
There you go.
big ones.
Paddle. That's
Sunscreen,
not
can't you
bad.
tell? Like, can't you freaking tell? Like sunscreen, like.
Yeah.
I've definitely been I forgot like a couple weeks ago, and I'm still.
I will say it looks like the lighting in here adds about 10 shades of red. There were several comments
That
about
is
Cameron being
true.
sunburned, and
Oh, yeah.
here in real life, Cameron doesn't really look that sunburned.
Cameron, you ever think about selling your boat? If so, what type of boat would you get? If I had to sell my boat right now and you wanted to buy it, Keith, I would buy another 2510 Columbia, and I would set it up. I would do 2 things different, but that's it. And honestly, I was talking to him last time I was in Stevens. Did you put my order in yet?
Put your order in.
Yep. So I have it coming in 2 years. But there's 2 things I would change, and they're honestly not even that big of a deal. I would run the living hell out of that
Why
boat
didn't you
again.
get like a 28?
Why? Because I want to be able to.
Why not? Bigger's better.
No, it's not. Not when it comes to launching all the places I do. I can't take any more people, so I want that boat. Because I know guys that have bigger, and I know guys that can't launch in a lot of locations that I launch, and then also parking that trailer in the real tight spots during springer seasons and stuff. It's a pain. And honestly, like my boat's about where it needs to be, and I can take 6 people plus me comfortably. So I have a new boat on order for 2 years from now, and there's 2 small changes that I would do.
Yeah. And one of them will give you a little bit more space, right? So
And one of them, actually, you're going to do that 3rd change for me. You're going to get rid of that damn 3rd box. We're going to talk about that.
that was the one I was thinking of.
Yeah,
That would give you
yeah.
more space.
Yeah, those, I wanted this. I hate your seat sliders,
Okay.
and I want a full transom in the back.
Full.
I already
Yeah,
told you
yeah,
this.
we were talking about this.
Yes.
And then the
And then-
deleted front box.
Yeah.
Those seat sliders were something that we were talking about.
Fish fighter, we need to get with
Yeah.
Chuck on. Yeah.
So
Side scrolled.
Scroll.
Why? Do you want to buy my boat, Keith? I just got my 23 Columbia and a 2225, 15. Well, dude, you need a 25, dude. I'll sell you it right now. Boat's for sale.
Okay, like we're not going till 9 o'clock.
Huh?
Last giveaway.
It's 808. Let's do a last game. I mean,
Last giveaway.
hold on. So great conversation tonight, guys. I have no idea. I think we're going to do some live fishing next week. We do need to be doing that a little more. But
And these
maybe
are
not.
questions too. The topic tonight are
Yeah.
questions you guys can ask in any live feed. I think they're all very interesting to us, and it's quick ones and easy ones for us to answer because it's very valid, and we like helping you guys learn and be safe out there. That's what this live feed's all about, and not fighting with your fellow anglers. So.
Unless they deserve it.
Right.
No.
Let's say come at you, bro.
Come at me, bro. No, I'm kidding.
All right,
guys. I'm
randomizer.
kidding. Let's do randomizer for the guys commenting. Guess what? We're not even going to ask a question because if you are commenting and participating, then you have a chance to win the shake and bake and the Hoochie spinner. What do we got? Carlos. Boaters floating right over bankies casting.
All right.
It can happen. It can happen. Check that. Sometimes you're fishing in the only channel the boater can float over.
Yeah,
I mean,
simple.
sometimes there's nothing you can do. It's an interaction, and
Some people's kids.
that's the deal. But either way, you did win the shake and bake 360 flasher and the Hoochie spinner. Email orders at fishing. Send us your address. I'm gonna throw this at Clint. We'll throw it on the floor for him. All right,
All right.
guide trips. Oh, what are you doing?
No, too busy.
Too busy.
We do have some guide trips, but most of them are all filled up. But we'll talk more about it coming into September and stuff.
Selling boats. Okay. What boat do you have right now that's hot?
that's hot.
That
you have
you
to have?
that you should that. Well,
That
no,
you
that
have
you
to
have that you
have.
could sell someone right now. Like
Oh, well, like I said, we got a couple giant kingfishers on the lot.
Oh yeah, I saw those things.
Two 34-foot kingfishers on the
Two
lot.
34-foot kingfishers, only like a half a mil.
You just want a new one. Someone just asked about an ocean fishing boat. That would be a great aluminum ocean fishing boat, a Kingfisher 34 GFX. But we have like a 20 striker on the lot that really should find a home soon because it's an ideal, summer fishing boat. It'll be good at buoy 10.
Yeah.
We also have a prize giveaway.
Yeah, he's pulling it up right now.
Clint's going to pull it up for us, some Fish Fighter stuff, and in the spirit of the Fish Fighter appearance tonight as well. So,
well, my season with the guys, if you guys want to do any kokanee fishing next week, I'll probably do a few days of that. I haven't done any of that this year because I've been a terrible slacker. So if you guys want to go kokanee fishing, hit me up.
When Washington Free Fishing Weekend is? Oregon's this weekend.
Of course it is. That's why they closed the river.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I do not know when Washington's Free Fishing Weekend is.
I want to say it's like the following weekend.
Usually they're pretty close together, but not the same weekend. So.
Got it. Yeah. So there's some stuff going on.
That's that giveaway right there. Yep.
Yeah. And one last little nugget for you guys that we breezed over. Clint, you almost got it?
Yeah, he's getting it.
Getting it. Yeah, there we go. Over to the right. Top right picture.
It doesn't, I don't know if it lets him click on
I
it.
have to log in and I don't have it.
Oh.
That's
Well,
right.
Stevens Marine has a Fish Fighter giveaway.
Fish Fighter giveaway. So we want you to go to the Stevens Marine Instagram page, Stevens Marine Media. You can see it there. It's in the upper right there. I don't know if you can see the screen where it has the giveaway. So you're supposed to follow the page, click on that giveaway post, comment on it with a tag of one of your friends. You can tag as many people as you want. Each tag.
Great time to be obnoxious.
Yes. I was telling them that that's coming directly to my phone when somebody posts. So I've been getting a lot. But tag a friend, then you get entered to win. We got 6 or 7 different items that are going to be in that package. You can see them all on that post.
So everyone go to Instagram and make Nelson's phone unusable because he's getting so many notifications.
Please.
Always a good time.
That's
Always
Stevens
a good
Marine
time.
Media on Instagram, guys.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good price
guys.
pack.
I don't think we got anything else for you. Be sure to check out Addicted.Fishing, the shop, as always. There's always good stuff on there. Marlon's been promoting the living snot out of it. There's always going to be specials and sales and all that good stuff. Stay fishy tomorrow.
Stay fishy tomorrow.
4:30.
Stay fishy tomorrow.
We're thinking about changing it to Thursdays, so.
Just so you don't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
Perfect. Yeah. So Stay Fishy might be permanently
so I
moving
don't
till
keep
Thursday.
forgetting because Wednesdays are always live feeds.
Wednesdays are always live feeds. So there you guys go. Hope you guys have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. Special thanks to Stevens Marine. Help supporting this live feed as always.